Hello everyone, this is Alicia Rivera and this is my webinar for how to build your own website for free. And so I'm not going to bore you with a lot of beginning talk. What I will say is that I will go over a 3-page website. So basically your home page, your product or service, and how to contact you. So let me just share screen with you. Give me 1 second. This way, we can okay. So hopefully this is visible to everyone. So build a website for free. The first thing you want to do is, I have a few websites in Wix hosting website. And so for Wix, you go to www.wix.com, and what you see here on the screen is the opening screen as you open into this particular website. And so what you'll see here is a button that says Start Now. That's what you would click. The very next screen that you would see is the login screen. So you can log in with Facebook or Google Plus. Or you can type in your email and then click sign up right here, and it will ask you for your personal information. So once you've done all of this and you go to Wix.com. Now this is not the first thing you will see. The first thing you will see is a template selection. And so I will go here and I'm going to create a fake website. So here in my sites, it says My Sites. On the very bottom and on the top here, it says Create a New Site. So I'm going to click on that. It'll ask me, what is it? What type of website am I trying to build? And so from here, there are so many different selections that you can get into. And so I'll just pick one. I'm an artist, so I'll go into music. It has 2 different selections here where you can let ADI create a website for you, or you can create a website for yourself. Now, I've gone through the ADI process, and what it does is if you already have a logo and you already have something designed, then ADI will take what you have in existence and create a brand new site for you, or create a site that you don't have, but based on a few things that you may have already, like a logo. So I'm gonna go to create your own site, just in case you're looking to build from scratch. Just give it a minute while it loads. And so here's where you will pick a template. Now your templates, if you look on the left side, you have a lot of categories here that you can choose from. Now remember, in the beginning I chose music, but let's say I see something that's a little more that's more relative to what I do, which I'm a dancer, and so let me go to Creative Arts and see what they have there. So here we have Creative Arts, and let's say I'm gonna go to Performing Arts. Let's see what it has under here for us. Wonderful. So we have theater company, we have classical music, and here, ballet studio. Wonderful. So let's go there. So here you'll see the template itself all you need to do is put in your own personal information here. Okay, so this is not a 3-page, but a 4-page website. And what it has here is a way for people to either join the studio or to maybe subscribe. So here you cannot select a page to change on the menu here. What you'll have to do is come to the very top left, what you see here where it says pages and home. So this indicates here what page you're on. This is the home page, what you physically see, and I can scroll up and down. Okay, if I click on the arrow, the other categories will come up, the other pages will come up. So here, if I click on classes, now it will open up the class page, and underneath classes is a performance page. Now, if you see here, classes is a little more to the left and performance is a little more to the right and underneath classes. And what that means is it's a sub page. So when visitors come to hover over the classes, the classes in the menu, what they'll see is a drop down menu that says performance. Okay, and how we can turn this into a sub page, let's say about us and join us. Let's say I want to put about us under performance. If I just drag it over to the right, it now becomes a sub page. Okay, and so I'm just going to drag that back. All right, so there. So that's the pages. We're going to keep going across the top. This will give you another menu where you can kind of easily navigate through the website to go to different, different commands. So if you needed to connect a domain, you go to GoDaddy.com and you can connect your own personal domain to this website. This is where you would click and it will take you to the page where you can connect your domain. Tools page, this is really used for designers. You see only 3 out of the 4 categories are checked. So I don't really get into that too much. Help in case you need some guidance. There's tons of different tutorials that they have on Wix, so it's very helpful to kind of play around with that a little bit, explore. Upgrade, if you want to, let's say, connect a domain, you want to upgrade, this is the way you're going to do it. You just go to the upgrade page and you select from their different plans. A little more to the right, you'll see a magnifying glass with a minus sign. That means for it to zoom out and you can look at your page from a distance and kind of move sections around easily. The next is undo. We're familiar with that. Or redo if you want to change something. And right after that, we have a symbol that looks like a cell phone. That is a cell phone view. So right now we're looking at the view of a desktop. So what you want to do, once you have designed your website, you want to go to the cell phone view and make sure that anyone who's looking at your website from a cell phone can see it and it looks good. The next button is save. Once you've done something and you love it and you don't want to change it, you just save it. Preview is to look at your website before you publish it, and publish is to make your website live. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the home page. So first, we have a nice white background. And let's say you don't want to have this background. You want to kind of play with it a little bit and see what else you can make it look a little more lively. So here on the left side again, underneath the pages menu, you'll see something called background. So if you click on background, it will open up to a menu where you can change the color. So I really like a darker color in the background. And that's what it'll look like if I did that. Maybe not, because I can't see the blue. Okay, I like this, right? So I'll change it to be a little deeper. And if you want to have a background that's perhaps an image, you can change it to an image. Makes it interesting as your customers are scrolling through. If you wanted something that's animated, you can change it to something that's animated. Okay, and if you play it, it'll be like running water. If you have your own image that you want to upload, you can also do that. And there is a way to upload. So as I was saying, and hopefully we are recording again, you can attach your own image if you'd like. So you would just click on the image and then change the background. And so it becomes your own image. And you do want to make sure that you pick the very best image for your website. Okay, so I'm gonna settle with a moving background. It's just a sparkly background, kind of interesting. It keeps the viewers looking at your website, kind of gives them something to look at. It entertains the eye. And I apologize for losing all of you. Okay, so moving on down, we have some information here. So we have some text. Perhaps, you know, this is going to be default for the actual template itself. So if you have your own name, your own information for your website, what you want to do is you click on edit text. It's going to highlight the entire text. So you maybe want to click on the text that you want to change. So maybe it's not the Ballet Academy. Maybe it's the word, I don't know, just put dance. I'm just gonna put Dance Academy. Okay, welcome to the Elite Dance Academy. So it's very easy to edit text. And on your homepage, you want to make sure that you put all of the information with keywords. Keywords meaning words that customers will search for to find you. So make sure you put information there that will be easy for your customers to find you. If you don't like the font, you can highlight the font that you want to change, and you can go over to the text settings and choose a different font. So here we have a font that's listed, and you can pick something else that you prefer. Okay, you can also change the size of the font. I like to just type it in, and it will change the size. You can change it to bold if you want. You can italicize it. You can underline it. You can change the color if you don't like the color. And if you can't find the color that you like in the color palette, you can click the plus sign and choose a color from the rainbow. Okay, this is a button. So the Join Us Now button, if I click on this, you can change the text. You can add a link to make it active. You can either connect it to a different page, a web address, an email, a phone number, and so on. So here's where you will enter that. Photos, again, if you wanted to change an image of a photo, you just click on Change Image. And you can have your own image inserted. If you have a few images saved and you want to upload it to to Wix, you can simply click on the Upload Images button, and then they will appear here, and you can click on your assortment. If you do not have your own, you can always use images from Wix. So we have social images, which goes to all the social media. If you wanted to use some of these symbols, add them to your website, you absolutely can. We have free Wix images, and there are categories for you to choose from. So you can just scroll through and get ideas. And if you have an image that you like and you want to use it versus what is seen on the website, you can certainly do that. And you click on the image, choose the image, and the image will appear new in your website. Now, underneath background, you'll see add on the left side on this menu here. Now, the add button is one of my favorites. It has just about everything that you're looking for. If you want to add text and you don't have a text box to do it, you would do it here. So you can see here different size fonts, and if you wanted to use a text box with a little paragraph or maybe a large heading, and there's plenty to choose from here, different style fonts, sizes. You can certainly choose from all of these selections here to add text. Underneath that, there's the gallery. If you want to add a gallery, you can certainly do that. A gallery is already inserted here, and which would make it a number of pictures instead of just one picture. But if you didn't want it to be a sliding gallery, this is a slide gallery. If you wanted a gallery that had multiple pictures, you can add that. So this comes off very, very big, like a strip. Don't particularly like that, so I'm gonna go to the undo button and take that out. Slideshow, which is what we have here. It's a slideshow. If you wanted to add another to another page, you can do that within this particular selection. A button. If you need a button like the Join Us Now button, perhaps you need a Pay Now button for your services. You need a button just for certain functions like email button or location button, things like that. You can find it in this category. Boxes are a lot of fun because boxes can make things pop. So if you have a button like the Join Us Now button and you wanted to give it a little pop, let's say I'll use, it comes off really big, but you can make it smaller, right? We can take Join Us Now and put it on top, right? And this is just as an example. I can change the color of it. And it's covering my paragraph. I don't particularly like it, so I'll undo it several times and get rid of it. We can add strips. Strips go from left to right over the entire website. We can add shapes, which you'll see a large selection of shapes here. Anywhere you like, you can make them larger or smaller if they're in your website. You can add videos, and usually YouTube is the best way to do that. However, you can also use Vimeo, Dailymotion, and Facebook videos as well. Music, you can add like a soundtrack. You have to be careful with licensing and permission. So just be careful. Make sure you have proper permission to use certain music on your website. Social media bars. This particular website came with three in the social media bar. If you want more than that, you can select from this menu. Contact, if you want to, you should certainly have a contact page where people can enter in their information to contact you and you can respond to them. Menu, if you don't like the menu that is in the website, you can change the menu to what you want. Going back to the ad, we're lists. If you'd like to make a list, let's say you have news that you need to report maybe once a week or every day. This is where you would add a list, maybe a news page where people can keep up on all the latest news for your business. A light box is a great way to get customers' attention. It's very clean, is balanced, is lined, it's simple, and it's a great way, like I said, to get the attention of your customers in a quick glance. And again, it's clean and it's simple, and you get their attention right away. Blog, if you're a blogger, they do have blog layouts that you can use. If you have goods that you'd like to sell, you can open a store. However, it does require you to upgrade to a paid account. And more, this is a very important category to look under, because here is where you can use HTML code to embed, let's say, code for a button for, let's say, PayPal. Flash player, if you need to use that to play audio or video, and to embed a site, another site into your website. A login page, perhaps for students or members. PayPal buttons, which require a little more information than a regular button from Wix. And there's, I'm gonna just skip some of this to move down to the app market, which is important because here is where you can access so many tools. Sign up forms, Instagram feed, here you have. You know, different video ways of showing videos on your site. Apps for your online store. If you want to have some type of way for customers to be able to book you online and you'll get a notification, you have that there. And so there are tons of tools in the app market for you to use. Here is where you can upload images, maybe fonts that you don't see on the website. You can upload videos, musical tracks, and documents. And if you want to start a blog page, here is where you would add it in. Okay, so I'm just going to go through these different pages. Classes. So classes would be where you would put your product or service. And here you see this, they have a downloadable schedule, which is wonderful. You can download a document. I mean, from here, you can upload a document so that your customers can download it in their computer. Here's where you will list all of your products and service, and perhaps enrollment forms or a way to pay tuition or maybe a student login. Performances, this is where you would showcase your prior work. Customers want to see what you've done. And so it's important for you to have a page to showcase your work where they can actually see what you've done. And it's also important that you can also have them share with you testimonies, which other customers will be able to read positive testimonies about your business. The About Us page should be a page about you and about your business, about your teachers. And so here is where your customers get to learn more about you. And again, Join Us would be more of the contact page. How will your customers get to you? And so this is completely customizable. You can set your email, where you want your replies to go to. You can design your contact box, change the colors, change the font. You can also animate it so that it would glide in or spin in or expand in or fly in. There's so many ways to do it, and it kind of surprises the customer when they come to your site. You should have a location where they can find you and contact information if they would like to just call or perhaps email you. And so, unfortunately, my my camera is no longer working, but I just want to thank you for joining me, and I hope all of this was helpful to you. God bless you all.